Hi guys, Kyung here, and we're here with the Edith Holden. Dum dum dum. And today we're going to do something a little different. I've decided, I've had a couple of messages from people talking about, a lot of people can't afford all the stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fun, like, don't get me wrong, but buying craft supplies and collecting craft supplies is almost kind of a hobby in itself, I think. But you can use whatever. You don't need all that stuff. So I was thinking, let's do an entire page today on just this, just using book pages, like trying to be as minimal as we can possibly get, right? Try not to use all this stuff. So I love these butterflies are gorgeous. So let's use these, right? Because they're great. We can like cut them out or rip them out or something. And I'm thinking, oh, that's pretty. Let's see. We need something that has maybe text on the back that's not too pretty, right? Because we're just going to make, I'm going to rip this in half. We're just going to make some coin envelopes, I think. Just some easy peasy coin envelopes. Okay, so there is that. And so what I'm thinking, right, is I want to make two. If I can possibly put two on a page, if that could be possible. So I'm thinking, let's put a page on here. Right. So what do we have? We have that pretty... We have this one. We could put this on there. I think that will work. Let's do that. So let's see. We have a few new subscribers. So hello to everyone who's new. And it's so wonderful to have you all. And I am just here to play around. So I wanted to say, oh yes, about the having all the supplies and being stressed about your quality of work and what your work looks like. And all these things should not be, don't worry about those things. That's, first of all, one big thing is you should never compare your work to other people's work, because everyone has a different style, and you can fight your style and you can fight it, but the truth is it's yours. It'll always be your style. And so the best thing to do is just lean into it. Just keep going, right? Just keep going. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. And yeah, I think we're also way too hard on ourselves. I think we're way too hard on ourselves. Do what's fun. This thing cuts so crooked, I'm telling you. I'm not the only one that has a hard time lining up my paper on this particular tool. I know this. I've talked to others about this. Okay, does this fit on our page? No, because we didn't cut the bottom like we were supposed to. That's okay. We're going to cut the bottom. Is it all... Look, we lined up perfectly. If I just take the time to double check, right, and make sure my lines are straight, it will be cut straight. Okay, let's see. What else do I know? What was I talking about? Oh, yes. Having more confidence in your work, right? To not get discouraged. So my ink pad dries up. My ink pad dries up real quick here because of the high altitude. It's very, very dry here where I'm at. So I take a little bit of water spritzer and I spritz it with water, and you know what? It really does work. It really does work. Because I just re-inked this pad. So there's actually quite a bit of ink on there. You wouldn't think so with the way that it is, but just getting a little bit juicy. Look at that. It really helps putting a little bit of water. I don't think that works for the oxides, right? Because water oxidizes the oxides. Mr. F over on Miss Paint-A-Lot's channel, he mentioned one time what they use, and I can't remember what it is. But, okay, so here we are. We have this is down, and look, I've got ink all over me. Always double check the fingers, huh? Otherwise you get ink everywhere. I'm going to wet a little bit of this towel. Just so it's a little late for the dog to be out there barking. So I say you don't need all the fancy stuff. I say you don't need to worry about process or that it's right or that it's wrong. Do what is fun for you. You know, create your own process. You know, just have fun. It's about fun. That's my opinion. If you're not having fun, well, then there's no point, huh? I mean, if it's just about money, or it's just about, like, okay, for example, if it's just about money, there are a million other things to do where you'll make a lot more money. You'll probably lose money because of all the supplies one buys. Do you know? And people buy supplies. People don't want to buy, like, finished journals. You know, for the most part. People within the niche do. Do you know? Like, they do. I buy journals. Everyone I know does. But, I mean, you know, within the niche. But outside of that, no. So, I say don't stress. Just have fun. Don't worry so much. If you think it looks pretty, then it's good enough. And I like that. That looks good, right? Just a pretty Edith Holden page for a base. Now we can think about what we're going to do for a coin envelope. So, I'm thinking like this, perhaps like this. And how wide do we want it? This wide? Perhaps a little smaller. Perhaps about like that. That thin. Now, I'm going to only leave about a ½ inch. Roughly. I'm going to leave about a ½ inch from the edge of our fold. And I folded it a little crooked, but that's okay. That's okay. Again, everything doesn't need to be perfect and all these things. Because this side, it doesn't matter. Because this side is going to get glued down onto the page anyway. You're not even going to see it. Right? We just want it to look... We want it to look nice on this side for sure. We do want that. Come on. Fold for me. I might go in and score it. Oh yeah, it looks good. We did good. So I like that. How big do we want it? How tall? Perhaps here? We'll cut it there, and that'll make it pretty short because I'm going to score. I should have scored this one. It would have given me a cleaner cut. Okay. Where are we cutting this? I was going to use my little Fiskars cutter, but I don't know where it went. Okay. We'll cut that. And I'm going to get my scoreboard out. I suppose I could just cut the next one real quick. Score it. We want it like this, right? Where do we want our score lines? I think I'll score it and then I'll cut it. So I'll score it here, and then we'll cut it here, and that'll be our second envelope. And it will be better that way. We'll have everything even. Instead of trying to just fold this old book page. Right? But it doesn't matter. You don't need a scoreboard. Right? Just do it by hand. It looked fine, right? Didn't it? This one looks fine. It's fine that this is crooked, this part. Again, it's going to go down on the page like that. You're not even going to tell. You're not even going to tell. Okay, our score marks are marked here. So we'll score it here. Ta-da! And this one I'll need to move over a little bit because it's in between. There we go. Lovely. It'll need trimmed. We need to trim it. It needs trimmed. This edge needs trimmed. Just a hair. There we go. Okay, and how tall are we going to make it? Let's cut it from here. And I'm going to save these other little bits because they'll be used for like little pockets and things. Make little versions of little coin envelopes or little pockets or I don't know, whatever. little fold things. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is score it again, right? Or fold it again. 1/4 of an inch on both the top and the bottom. The top and the bottom. Okay, so 1/4 inch along the bottom. I'm going to turn it over like this. 1/4 inch. Nice. Just enough to, we're going to cut them. Right, so let me do this one real quick. 1/4 inch. Problem with using the scoreboard, I'll tell you. You have to be careful because the Edith Holden paper, it's a little fragile. A little fragile. Okay. See, look, we're already ripping. It's okay because we're going to cut it anyway. Like that off. We're going to cut that off anyway. So it's okay, but try to be gentle. Fold it gently. All right, so which one do we want to cut? Okay, well, we want to cut. Let's see, we want to cut these ones. We'll probably cut these ones at an angle too. Yep, at an angle like that. Cut a little tiny angle on this too. There we go. And then I'm going to cut this one at an angle like this. And then I'm going to cut this one off. Ba-bum. I'm going to cut this one off. Right, and that one ripped, so that's okay, but we're going to cut a little angle. There we go. Okay, so which way do we want it? Do we want it this way? Yes. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll cut off our little top flap because we don't need it. And we'll put a little circle hole punch. And we'll put a circle punch. Right there. You know, and then I'll show you on the next one what I used to do before I owned a circle punch, because I used to not have a circle punch. For a long time, actually, I did not have a circle punch. Okay. I'm going to ink this because I know that you have vintage photo. And if you don't, well, that's a must buy. One must buy some vintage photo ink. Okay, along here, along this bottom. All right. And then I'm going to glue these down, but I think what I'll do, well, I mean, it doesn't matter because this part is all going to get glued down to the page anyway. So I'll actually glue the flaps on, both flaps on the outside. Normally I would glue the little bottom one on the inside and then this flap on the outside, but you're not going to see it anyway, so. Right, because it's going to go on our page like this. It's going to get glued onto our page. And now we're going to do this one. So we have our score lines. Just angle this like that. And cut this one off. Now, our next little circle punch, right? It won't be as perfect because we're going to be doing it by hand. But who needs perfect in life, huh? Perfect is boring. Okay. Fold these. So which way is up? This way, perhaps? I don't want to really circle cut this, so let's do it from here. We'll cut this one off. Nice, okay. And then the circle punch needs to go on this one. So I'm going to mark the center. I'm going to mark it here, and I'm going to mark it there. And then I used to fold it, right? But it would depend on the paper. Like this, I wouldn't want to fold because it will leave a fold mark. So I'm just going to do my very best. To eyeball it. Right? And again, it's not going to be perfect. But it's cute. It's cute enough. Look at it. Aw. Actually, I kind of like it better because it is like hand done, right? It doesn't look as... I don't know. I really like it. I like the look. It looks more authentic and genuine. And see, sometimes. All right, so now I'm going to glue this down. I'll put this one down first. I'm going to glue the flaps on the outside. There we go. So we have 2 little coin envelopes. How darling. So I have this scrap of lace. This is like just some really cheap lace, right? Use whatever you have, lace or ribbon. I have this pink ribbon as well. But, you know, it's pretty green, so let's go lace. And decide where do we want to put it. I was thinking maybe along the bottoms. I was thinking that might be cute. Just along the bottom. Right there and right there. All right, and we'll do this one also along the bottom. Oh, but we'll cover that flower. We could go different on this one and go along the side. I mean, since our little hole punch is different anyway, let's do it. Right? It's just some cheap little lace. I think I even got this lace at the Dollar Tree, maybe. I'm not sure. All right, a little bit of Fabri-Tac. I don't want to put it all the way down. I want to put it like that. So we have a little bit peeking down along the bottom, but not lots. So autumn is coming. I harvested all my plums. Super happy, super exciting. So I'm going to try to make jam. It's going to be fun. I've made strawberry jam, right? I've never made like plum jam. I don't know how that'll be. The plums themselves are delicious, like just eaten off the tree. All right, so yay, now we can put butterflies on them. So we have this page of butterflies. Let's fussy cut these out. Yep, we're going to fussy cut out these butterflies because I said so. Right, we're not pulling from any other source, just the one book and a little bit of lace. Let's just do these two, huh? Let's not spend all day fussy cutting. So I noticed an easy way to fussy cut is to just kind of slowly, like, you know, cut your scissors down and move the actual paper, right? Instead of trying to move your scissors, I don't know, I feel like it's easier on the hand. This is a thing I've learned, fussy cutting. I'm not the, like, greatest fussy cutter because I don't like to fussy cut. It kind of hurts my hand, to be honest. But it's also kind of one of those things you can zone out and do. So sometimes I'll put on like TV or something, right? Watch something and do a bunch of fussy cutting. Pretty Edith Holden butterflies. I'm not even going to cut out those antennae and stuff. I'm not. Your poor antennae. I'll redraw you some antennae, dude, okay? I always do, don't I? I don't ever leave you guys antennaless. Antenniless. I don't know. Okay. Which butterfly should go where? He kind of gets lost in this one. You could put him here and this one over here. And he looks better right there. And I think he looks better over here, like sitting on that stem. So let's ink them just barely. Just the edges. And we'll put, oh, see what I'm always doing? I'm always not putting the top on my glue. Do you see what happens? Learn from my mistakes. And put your top on your glue. Oh, it's just such a pain. Because I'm going to use it in just a second. Like, just 1 second. I'm going to use it. Like, right now. See? Come here, thing. If I can pick up my thing. I've been drawing. I've been practicing drawing. Miss P has this drawing series. And it's been amazing. I've never thought I could draw. I am not a drawer. Where is my needle? Ah. I need to put the beautiful, Chastita sent me a gorgeous, like needle topper. And I'm going to attach it to my new bottle. So we have 2 butterflies. I feel like, you know, it could use another something. But let's attach them first. And see what we have going on. Should I attach this one like this so that the lace kind of sticks off the side of the page? I like it. Yeah, and then we don't cover up these pretty flowers. That's great. Let's do it. Let's just glue it down. I'll just use my regular art glitter glue. So I ordered some new art glitter glue because the winter is coming and I did finally run out of my cosmic shimmer. So I thought, well, I'll order some glitter glue for the winter. I haven't ordered any in a year. So the lovely Jania sent me that whole bottle of cosmic shimmer. So I used that up. And then I had bought a bottle of Cosmic Shimmer, I don't know, about a year ago. So I've been using the Cosmic Shimmer. But now I'm back on the art glitter glue. I like the art glitter glue. I like that it's the way it's precision. It doesn't gloop out of the sides the way that a lot of the other glues do. So I appreciate that about it. It also doesn't bleed through like thin paper. I don't know. More so than like other things. Well, I like it. It's pretty. Milkwort. You know what we could do? We could put these words on there. Just as a thing. Let's just rip these words off. All about the milkwort and the butterflies and everything. I know that that's probably not milkwort on there, but in our imaginations. Oh. Okay. We need some ink. Man, I gotta deal with my lid to my ink. It's my fingers just get, every time I grab the lid to take the lid on and off. Look at that. Ah, it's terrible. All right. So I'm thinking, oh, it's just barely too big. It could overlap, but I don't want it to. We could glue it like that. That doesn't look too bad. What about this way? We could do it kind of tilted like that. I like it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Okay. Come on. It's the only problem with art glitter glue. You kind of got to know where you're going to put your stuff. Once it's down, it's down. It's not moving. There is no wiggle room. None. Zero. What do we think? What do we think? It is what it is now, huh? It's on there. I like it. I like it. What else do we have on here? This little butterfly. Come here, little butterfly. Do you want to be on the page? Of course you do. Of course you do. Oh, we got to draw little antennae. We got to deal with what's going to go in there. We'll make some easy tags. Super easy. Come on. Fussy cutting little butterflies. Oh, sorry, dude. Okay. Ink you up. Right? Gotta dress you up. Ready for your big debut, little butterfly? Where are you gonna go? You wanna be over here by these flowers? I would. I would. So look what I got. I got these Stabilo Right All. Oh, so exciting. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to use that today for my little, oh, look, they're wonderful. They write so, oh, fancy. They're so fancy. I love them. Okay. Yes, highly recommend. Stabilo, the Right All ones. Excellent. Because, you know, I have that bag of the like 3-in-1s, the big like water crayon ones. Oh, I love them. I use them for everything. So let's see. We can fit a tag. Definitely. Let's make a tag out of this. Okay. Let's mark where we're going to cut it. It can be trimmed here. And there. And how tall do we want it? We'll have it stick out a little bit. Where do we want? I want this purple flower. I want the majority of the flowers, if we can help it. So we're going to cut it here. Ooh, that's a lot. Maybe bring it up a little bit. It can stick up a little bit. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Let's grab the cutter. move this aside. So I hope everyone is doing well. I've been doing good. I've been cleaning. I've been, what is it? I wouldn't say spring cleaning, autumn cleaning. I know that the winter is coming soon. And once the winter comes, you know, you can't open your windows all the time. Everything is, you know, closed up. And let's see. Cut a little bit off the side. Let's see, will it fit in there? Oh, look at how cute. Is it uneven? Is it cut all crooked? No, looks good. Looks even and everything. So let's see, can we make a tag out of this one, or is it just barely too small? Just barely too small. Darn. I like that though. Let's see, I'm sure we have something in our scrap bag, our Edith scrap bag, which I need to put all these little scraps in now. Right, like this one. Okay, let's see. This is pretty. Let's just pull them out, shall we? Let's see, we've got this, we've got, ooh, this dandelion one. That might be the one. I think that's the one. He speaks to me. He says, use me. So we'll use him. I keep all these scraps. I've used a lot of them, but man, they really do. You really do acquire scraps over time so easily. Okay. I'm just going to line this up like this, and I'm going to cut it with my scissors. Bum. We're going to be bold and be brave. For a long time, I didn't have a cutter. I used to use scissors. I used to do little tricks to cut my stuff straight. I don't know. Don't ask me. That's why I say you don't need all that stuff. Right? You need scissors and glue and paper. Maybe a little lace. Gotta splurge somewhere, huh? Lace is lace and ink. I would say those are my two big splurges, right? If you couldn't buy anything and you had to buy too frivolous. Come on. Okay. I would say ink and lace. Okay. Oh, I love the way that little green piece comes down off that tag. That's so awesome. Okay, so they need backed, right? Because they're too flimsy. I happen to have right here a piece of, it's very white. I don't want to use that. It's really white. We want cream. We want to go with cream if we can help it. Or use white and ink it, but I don't want to ink it. I'm going to use cream. All right. Okay, so we have a cream cardstock. A cream cardstock. I bet I have scrap cream, maybe, in my scrap box. I've been using up all my scrap recently to bake paper. So... So unless it's like nice scrap that I would never shred to use to make paper, like Edith Holden, for example, I would never. That I would never do. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to glue these onto this page. And I'm going to kind of get close to the edges because I'm not stitching them. Right? So I don't want them to separate. That's another thing I love about art glitter glue. Don't ever have to worry about it separating on me. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut them out. And then we'll ink them. And we'll put a bit of lace in the top of them. And we'll have done a whole page using almost nothing. Right? A pretty page. You don't need all that stuff. Actually, I find that sometimes I get overwhelmed, right? I'm like, oh, what do I use? What do I use? Because, you know, you start to feel pressure because you buy the stuff and then you hoard it. You know, I do anyway. And then I start to feel like guilty or pressure or something. That's like, I spent money on this. I should use it. And then I don't. Here I am making tags and doing this whole spread using nothing but the book and a little bit of lace. Okay. I suppose in some cardstock and like basic stuff. Right? We use some cardstock. Dum dum. Now I'm going to ink it. I really got to deal with my lid. Oh, goodness. It's because when I re-inked my pad, I got, like, ink in the little cracks. So I'm going to be very careful so that I don't muck up the back of my tag. Put it up there. Trying not to touch it with this hand. It's difficult. Just ink the back really quickly. Okay, stick it up there. Put our top back on our thing. And wipe my hands in my table a little bit. Put the top on our glue. Let's definitely do that. Okay, moving on. Here we have this spread. Dum dum. Oh, it looks so nice next to our foxgloves. I'm very happy. And just this cute little tags. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them together like this. I'm going to grab my hole punch. Today I'm going to be using this old vintage rusty, this used to be my mother's, this like school hole punch. I'm going to mark it first in the middle. Well, there they are racing again. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here. And they're racing down the street. Well, I can hear them. I can hear them. It's funny. I seen some articles recently. Aurora, they were like, we're cracking down on the racing, zero tolerance. I was like, that's probably good. I know some people have like gotten injured recently, and it's been a whole problem here. Well, and we live in Colorado, so we have all this open space, right? We have all these open roads that they can go do that on. Don't know why they're trying to race on city roads. Whatever. Okay, so right where there are like, you know, where there is enforcement and all that stuff. Go out into the middle of nowhere where no one cares. Where is my little piece of lace? It's wandered off. Let's look. I suppose we could use the pink. Would it match with our foxgloves next to it? Just add a little bit of color, right? Use what we've got instead of dig out another piece of lace. Well, I don't know. The ribbon's a little thick for the hole. Let's find some lace. This one is way too small. This is just here's a really cheap piece of lace. Here's a really cheap piece. Oh, that one's too small. There's this one. Let's use this one. I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, so here I have another cheap piece of lace. Cut it in half. Put an angle in it. Okay. And then we're just going to put them in these tags. Easy. Try not to rip this paper because I put the hole a little too far up, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Just going to be very gentle. Not go, you know, pulling on it and stuff the way I do and rip things, right? Just have it be like cute like that. It's so cute. Okay. That goes in there. And now this one. Oh, come on. Don't be like this. There. We got it. We got it. Oh, look, it's so cute. Okay, it goes in there. Oh, and look, it sticks up the top of the page. And we have our beautiful page of the day. I love it. Our Edith Holden spread using only book page and a little bit of lace. Yeah, a little bit of lace and just Edith Holden book page. See, you could do a whole journal in just book page. I really believe that. Right, you don't need all that fancy stuff. So, yay! Join me next time where we will do something. I hope you all have a wonderful day and take care and, you know, really take care and stuff and be easy on yourselves and don't judge your work too hard. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.